Hi everyone! This video is meant to underline, to point out that differences between what, mathematically speaking, is called a static script and what is known as a dynamic script.
For instance, let's now analyze these two different writing, plus minus 1 and 1 plus minus. Even though they look quite similar to each other, there is a huge and an enormous difference in meaning between them. In fact, the first one gives us a static information, while the second one gives us a dynamics information. But let's now focus on the meaning plus minus 1 carries on. Being a static symbol, as we said before, it means that this script indicates a specific and a fixed point on an orientated line, which in this case could be -1 or +1. And we are all well able to represent both of these numbers on a conventional and orientated line. By saying that, it goes without saying that this kind of script underlines the positivity or the negativity of the number. So, if you want to represent this notation plus minus 1 into a conventional and orientated line, we will find +1 here just a step after the 0 and -1 here just a step behind the 0. Once again, this script plus minus 1 is what is called in the mathematical language a static script because it defines a specific information and so in this case a specific and a fixed point. On the other hand, let's now analyze this dynamics writing. First of all, it has to be said that a dynamic script identifies a movement and not a specific point. So, in order to get a better understanding of this writing we are talking about, let's consider once again a conventional orientated line like this one. And here we have our point 1. This script, which has to be read as 1 from the right, consider the movement that is approaching our point 1 from the right, and so from the hour value to the point itself. While when we write these scripts, which has to be read as 1 from the left, we are describing a movement which is approaching our point 1 from the lower value to the point itself. The same thing goes if our line is oriented vertically like this one, and here there is our point 1. We will then call 1 from above and write it like this one. The movement which is approaching the value of 1 from the higher values to the point itself, and so it's doing like that. And then we will then call 1 from below the movement which is approaching the point 1 from the lower value, and so it's doing like that. And we will write this movement like this. In a nutshell, the dynamic script, that are all the script that we have done in this little piece of paper, these scripts are used to describe how a point is being approached. And the dynamic notation is widely used when we are dealing with limits because they are themselves described as movement on a plane. Let's now make an example on the applicability of the dynamic script with the limits. Let's say that we have the function f of x, which is this one, the blue one, and that we want to find the limit, this one, as x approaches -2 from the right of f of x. In order to find the solution of this limit, we need to approach the value x equals -2, which is this one, from the right. That means going like this. And so, we will then notice that this solution is 0 from above because we will get closer and closer and closer to 0, but we will never touch it because x will never be equal to negative 2. We have to think in the same way if we want to solve another limit, that is, the limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left of f of x. In order to find this solution, this time we need to approach the value x equals to negative 2 from the left. And so we have to move in this way, and so if we follow the path of the function, we have to do like this. We will then notice that as we get closer and closer to negative 2, the value that we will approach will be 0 from below. And this is why we will never touch x equals negative 2. And so the solution of this limit is 0 from below, like this. I wish you understood the main difference between the meaning of a static and a dynamic script. So watch out and never get confused. Bye bye!